Good morning, happy Monday, welcome to vlog 28. How? This is crazy, doesn't it? As per most Mondays, God, what's that falling down the remote? Got Ralph to college. He's got his final GCSE reset this morning. It is maths. So yeah, he's went off to do that. Oh, of course, for a Monday, the trains were being shit, the buses were being shit. As per, so, bless him. And on the day where he has to be in, and he has to be in on time for 9 in the morning. So yeah, I taxied him down to the bus station, and thankfully there are 2 buses now that take him to college. They've introduced another one. He was able to get on a bus, and he should have, traffic permitting, got there just after 8. So yeah, so plenty of time. So it's some leeway time, which is nice, and it is the faster bus compared to the other one that goes around the houses in about 3 towns before he gets to college. So bless him. So yeah, so he's got to college. He's currently in an exam, which well done him. I had some breakfast, went back to bed. So yeah, Rice's friend has gone home now. So yeah, so house to myself without the idea that someone else is coming to it. So yeah, so my brain is feeling a bit nicer that I've got a normal. I think, yeah, as nice as Ryan's friend, having someone else in my house slightly puts me on edge. And bearing in mind my brain is so on edge, we're barely hanging on with our fingernails right now. I need it as normal as possible. So I was saying to him quietly this morning, I was like, your friend can stay on 1 night a week. That is it. If they need to, you guys can knock as loud as you want to get a parent up. If you guys come home late, it's not my job, basically. Yeah. So yeah, so my body and my brain is feeling a bit better at the fact that I can have my really safe bubble, because my house is my safe place. Nobody comes in here without my choosing. So yeah, so I kind of need it to be just people my brain really trusts right now, and that's literally just right. I want normal. It's like we need it as perfect and as normal and as calm as possible, so we're trying to do that. But yeah, so this morning I have done a hideous adult and paying bills and shit. Ugh. Nobody likes that on a Monday, do they? And then I was meant to be going food shopping, but it's windy. It's due to, we're literally in an hour-and-a-half gap where there is no rain, but there is a huge black cloud overhead, and it's raining all day today. And having been out nearly every day last week, my people batteries are not here. So, yeah, I'm all peopled out. So I got a few extra bits that I would have got in town, and I did an online delivery instead. So yeah, so gonna get a Tesco delivery tomorrow. So it was like 70 quid. So yeah, but there were some things I added on that were a bit spenny. Like I had to pay £5 for a bag of Swedish meatballs, but now they've got the gravy, it would be cool to have that as a meal, and then having bought a kilo bag, it's the same size as the IKEA bag, so the way I figure it, a £5 is still cheaper than IKEA. So yeah, but yeah, no, so, and I've got some alternate fizzy drinks, because as lovely as Pepsi is, it would be nice to have something a bit fruity, so I've got stuff like some Orangina, some Rubicon, some Fanta Fruit Twist. So yeah, so I've got some different fizz as an icy. Whereas Lucasades, chicken burgers, sausages, I did get brown sauce as well. Ryan requested brown sauce the other day. I'm doing sausages. He went, "Have we got any brown sauce?" I was like, "No, mate." He's like, "Oh, I was like, when I go food shopping, I'll put it on my list. And I did. And I bought it now. So tomorrow, you know, coming with the frozen sausages, we have brown sauce. Because when he was younger, he wanted to try it. So he made a mutant sandwich when we used to go to Sainsbury's Cafe. One of the few places I kept to eat hot food some days. And he really liked their sausages. To the point I inquired where they got them. And we tried out the Sainsbury's sausages from their fridges, and he likes them. So that's why he likes fridge sausages as posh ones. He's always been fancy. He likes a sausage that's got 90%, you know, meat in it. He is a fancy boy. Which is fair enough, because they are lovely. He did a sandwich of tomato sauce and brown sauce, because he is a heathen. I don't like brown sauce. And yeah, he's done it ever since. So if he has a sausage sandwich, he likes to do tomato and brown sauce. So I got him some brown sauce for the cupboard. But yeah, for actually having sausages tonight, I've got a pack in the fridge. I was about to say freeze that need using up, but they don't. The fridge. So yeah, and it's the kind of day need something comforting and warm. So yeah, we're gonna have sausage and mash for dinner, and I'm gonna have some bit of veg. I'll make a bit of gravy as well. So yeah, so we're gonna have a proper warm your belly dinner. But yeah, today is fairly chill, thankfully. I've got to do the washing up because we are kind of out of plates. So, I should have done it like Saturday or Sunday, but I didn't. So yeah, so I've got to do the washing up today, and that's on my jobs list. Whiz a hoover round, just a bit of tidying up. And yeah, Chuck ran through the bath tonight because obviously he got very late last night, but he did end up going to, as well as a model show, he went to the Coventry Motor Museum. It looked very good, the pictures he showed me this morning. So yeah, but then they went to a friend's house, you know, who they all know now. Went there for a few hours, and they live quite a distance. So yeah, so bless, they didn't get until nearly 11:30. So hence why I'm tired. Raya was knackered. You know, everyone's on tired today. So yeah. It's a day. So yes, I've only got literally a few little house jobs which are nice. And then yeah, I'm going to do sketchbook this week is my mission. I'll obviously catch you more up with it tomorrow, but I did 5 pages in it yesterday. So good. And did the underpainting and stuff on quite a few pages ready for today to draw on top of them. So then they're done. So yeah, so I kind of prepped, which was really nice. And yeah, so this week I'm planning to blast through a load of sketchbook work because it's one of my June missions to get my October trip of Paris finished in my sketchbook. So I have it written on my phone as a little list of what I need to do, and yeah, I sat there it was so lovely painting in the evening, and it was so soothing. So I think it's going to be my therapy this week. We can do a bit of art therapy class. And yeah, we're going to soothe our way through this week. Thankfully there is no big anniversaries, but obviously up and down of previous things. Thankfully I do not have any photos on my phone of last year. I on purpose moved all my photos to my laptop, and actually after that got a brand new laptop, so it's on my old laptop, so I don't have immediate access to them, which is quite sensible. So yeah, so I don't have access to photographs, and it wasn't anything. I put loads of stuff on Facebook, so Facebook memories is not too hard going, which is good. And before obviously birthday anniversaries, I went through and removed a whole load of posts when I was having a good day. So yeah, so I've sort of made it bubble like as I can, which is nice. But yeah, no, so this week should be fairly doable, she says. We'll see how we go. But for now, I know what I need to do. I need to go put some socks on. I've got really cold feet again. I'll put some socks on, because as lovely as my fluffy slippers are, they are not keeping my feet warm. They are like sandals style. They're obnoxious. The purple fluffy ones from Primark. But yeah, so I need some socks on, and I'm going to spend the next hour or so editing the weekly vlog to go up tomorrow, because I need to edit it, and then I need to export it, and then I need to put it on YouTube. It's a long thing. It takes like 4 hours to do it all, basically. It's a long process. So yeah, and this week's is like just over an hour and a half, so it could take a while. So yeah, so the sooner I get started, the sooner it gets done. The sooner you beautiful people have a lovely video for Tuesday tomorrow. But for now, I will see you beautiful people later, and yeah, we'll catch up, you know, we'll chat a wee bit later. Not sure about what, or what we'll do, but yeah, we'll chat a bit later, okay? Bye. Tonight's dinner, I have made sausage, mash and peas and gravy. I did use lazy mash because who wants to make from scratch mashed potato? But you can eat this and then we'll have a wee catch up. Hello, happy evening. Sorry to check and make sure I got food around my mush. As you would have just seen, I made a very nice dinner. We did Lincolnshire sausages, lazy mash, aka smash, bougied up, and I had peas with mine and gravy, and it was so good. It was so nice. So yeah, both me and Ryan hated it, so that was nice. Yeah, but I just had to, bless her, I came in and got some pudding, readjust a bit on the Tesco order. I was going through the sweet things I'd ordered as bits to go in the pot. He went, "We got any penguins?" No, I'd knock off Kit Kats, and he's like, "I like penguins." So I got penguins. And also, we used up the last mashed potato, so I ordered another tub of that. A big tub is great, it's like £2.60. Although I have potatoes downstairs, I prefer to use them for jackets and homemade chips, which will be done this week. I'm actually going to be cooking stuff rather than not, because if I'm going to be an indoor girl by choice and weather, we can do some nice dinners. But yeah, so I just added them to the food shopping. I didn't do any of the jobs I was meant to do, but yeah, apart from food shopping, but I did it online. I did try, because I was intrigued, and looked up about some bits for Paris, because I've been watching Paris vlogs all day. Great background for me anyway. Take the glass off, what you can see is the windows. Now we're at the end of the day. Of course the sky's cleared and it's lovely and blue, and sunset and it's pretty. Not that we had heavy rain and hail twice today. It's been stormy and gross the whole day. But yeah. I decided to look into finally booking some Paris stuff, because last time I checked, for some reason St. Tropez had like a bit of July blocked off, and I was like, why? Are you doing it in little bits or what? And it was still blocked off, and I'm like, why is it blocked off from like the 18th to the 26th? 26th makes sense, that's Olympic opening day. I will not be in Paris then. But why before, that far before? So I looked it up. It's closed the week before. Great. First time I was going to go see St. Tropez, me and Ryan were exhausted, and we couldn't get up early enough to go for our ticket booking. Second time, we again exhausted, couldn't get up for our ticket booking, even though I booked it a wee bit later. Poor Ryan's knees were so swollen, it was not fair. So that's the day. I think we didn't do anything until like 1 in the afternoon. We had a really slow day that day, which I got better at. But yeah, I'm like, coming in July, it will be sunny, it will be beautiful. Peace and Olympics. I was like, okay, I'll book the orange route tickets. I'll book them for the day after, for the Monday. I'll go see more nice stuff, or the Saturday, you know. It's the Monday I was going to book them for, because they're closed Tuesdays. I'm like, cool, I'll book it for the Monday. No, that's also closed. It's just wonderful. And then I was like, okay, I'll shuffle some things. I might go to the Orsay instead. Click on the exhibition I really want to see that was ending in July. Has been extended till August. That also has that week blocked off and you can't book it. The 22nd they're doing like a ball or something and music, and I'm like, I just want to go see some paintings. I don't give a shit about the Olympics, no offence. the last Olympics I watched was the 2012 opening ceremony, because it was like 20 minutes away from, you know, by train on my house in London. And I watched the 2000 one in Australia because we were on holiday and the only signal we could get was for BBC One. We had no choice but to watch the Olympics. You know, we were in a bungalow on a cliff in the Isle of Wight. Choice wasn't really there. So yeah, so I'm not exactly a big athletics fan. You know, the only time I ever swore at PE teacher when she told me I had to do a run again and I told her to piss off. I was the quiet, meek, pleasant, nice student who passed everything. I wouldn't say boo to a goose, but yeah, I did punch someone once taking the piss out of my nickname. And yeah, I did tell my PE teacher to piss off. Thankfully got away with it, because yeah, I was that nice. They were a bit... So yeah, bonuses for that. But yeah, so that's 3 of the places. 2 I definitely wanted to do this trip, cannot do. Back up, can't do either. So, oh god, red battery, 2 seconds. As I was saying before the battery started really dying, I got a bit about other places, as you would do. So I then checked the Cavernet Museum, the History of Paris Museum. That is all good. It has something Olympic in it, but it's not closed, and it's not... Please ignore the birds, they are flapping and being a pain by the sound of it. But yeah, it's thankfully open. They just have something like an exhibit about the Olympics in there, because 1924 was one of the Paris Olympics. So yeah, so there's something from that, which I'm like, okay. And then I was like, I know it's really far out, you know, but I'm going to book out. It's not really far out. It's the 10th of June. I'll go the 19th of July. It's not too far. So I then looked on Rodin, Musée de Rodin. Not Musée Rodin. That one's okay as well. So I actually booked my ticket for that, which ended up being a bargain. It was €15, which is $12.97 with today's exchange rate. But it's a year-long pass. One ticket is a year-long pass. How good is that? It's amazing value. And then I also went on and booked a ticket for the Musée de Montmartre, because I want to go there. So yeah. And the nice thing with that, it also covers the gardens, which are the Renoir gardens, because obviously his paintings were inspired by... There is a windmill that's still in Montmartre, and his big garden scene paintings were inspired by there, as well as a few other bits, quite a few of his paintings. So yeah, which I thought was very cool. So I've got my tickets booked. One museum's free, the other 2 are booked. The only ticket I have not booked is for the Impressionist Museum in Giverny, because I would prefer to do that as I walk by and judge how I'm feeling. 1, feet wise, 2, tired wise, 3, time wise. You know, if I want to spend 4 hours in Monet's garden, I will. You know, I don't want to give myself a time limit. So hence why I've got the first entry you can get for the day to be there early and spend as long as I want there. And hopefully the less people as possible. But it does mean obviously waking up at the arse crack of dawn on my birthday, but worth it. And also that is the day I'm having the latest night, because I'm going to entertainment that does not start till 9. So yes, that will be... I'm having a nap that day. Monet's garden. Nap. Moulin Rouge. It's a good plan. But yeah, so got some more museum stuff booked. So necessary. The joys of summer. Going away in the summer holidays. I'm used to going away in the UK way, you know. You don't have to pre-book stuff so far. Not to a big, huge town where everything is very busy. And it's the Olympics 4 days after I leave. So of course everything is going to be its biggest and most preppy time. I will not begin to tell you how many times over the years I've cursed my birthday. It's a nightmare. For years and years and years, I ended school on my birthday. I left primary school on my birthday. Turned 11 the day I left primary school. Ryan left school on my birthday a lot of the time. So yeah, it's always been a pain in the arse, but hey ho. Yeah, so I did some productive stuff today. Was it the washing up? Was it the hoovering? No, it wasn't. Did I eat the sausages and cook a dinner before the sausages went out of date? Yes, I did. Did I order food shopping and filling gaps in the cupboards? Yes, I did. Have I eaten lunch today? Yes, I have. Look at the good stuff I've done. It may not be whizzing round like a blue ass fly, but yeah, I've had a good day, which is quite nice to say in June. So yeah, so my only other missions I've got to do is fling around through the bath, but bless him, he's exhausted. So I'm thinking that's a tomorrow job. He can just have a wash. He has a wash every day anyway, so bless him. So, and his hay fever is horrendous. So I don't think me going, let's have a hair wash, will make him feel any better. Tomorrow's another day. So, but for now, I will leave you beautiful people to it. And yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow. We will decide what we're doing. I have a jobs list, but as we know, I don't always follow them. These birds. And yeah, we'll see what we get up to, alright? But I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, happy Tuesday. We have got a Ryan off college today, bless him. His hay fever is absolutely horrendous. His face is swollen. We want to talk even about his nose. And yeah, he just feels really unwell. So he's having a day off today. He slept until 10, which is amazing to be honest. So yeah, he got some sleep. But yeah, my Tesco delivery just came. What I won't show you is all the heavy stuff that I stored downstairs. As I've told you before, I got a 6-pack of Rubicon, a 6-pack of Orangina, 8-pack of Fanta Fruit Twist and an 8-pack of Dr Pepper, 2 large bottles of Pepsi Max, a bottle of Pepsi, a bottle of pink lemonade, 2 bottles of flavoured water, 4 packs of orange Lucasades, 2 packs of raspberry Lucasades. It was a drinks food shop. Oh yeah, and also in the fridge, 3 cartons of chocolate milk and a big like milk bottle of juice. It was a liquid shop. We got all the heavy shit. So yeah, but thought I'd show you the food stuff I also bought. We have 2 bags. Obviously home delivery, it comes in the crate, so you just chuck it in. I only had 1 substitution, which was pretty good. I wanted the Beyond Meat mince. It was currently on offer. Obviously it was not in, so I've got Linda McCartney's veggie mince, which is just as lovely. Can you complain at that? Got rice and fridge raiders. Bought them last week and they were popular. Twister straws for lunches. A pack of chicken burgers because we do still have some in the freezer. A big pack of ham because we're going to be eating sandwiches this week. I'm going to be indoors and I'm going to make sure I'm eating lunch. Plastic cheese for wraps. A big bag of cheap sausages that will become toad and whole, something interesting. A big bag of Swedish meatballs so we can do IKEA for dinner this week. I'll show you all this and then I'll tell you my dinner list on my phone I made. Tub of Smash to replace the mash that we ran out of. This is really good. Works great if there is just literally 2 of you. You know, you bougie it up, it tastes just fine. I've got the kiddos and brown sauce for the sausages. Penguins, Kit Kats and wagon wheels. And then we run to bag number 2. As you can see, there's not a lot of fruit and veg in this one because what I do is I roll with frozen and tinned veg, which I always have a large stock of in my freezer. We've currently got a big bag of peas, a big bag of frozen green beans. We have carrots, sweet corn, peaches. We're not huge fruit fans. I do have peaches in my cupboard, which I do like. That's my only real peaches and bananas. Ryan doesn't fruit, so yeah. But yeah, oh, and carrots as well, tin carrots. So we have a good array of, you know, fruit and veg available. I didn't need it this week because I knew what we had in, trying to work with what we got and add into it. Country slices, knee rolls. These weren't too bad. These were at £2.10, so a bit of a treat. Wraps, chicken wraps. We are actually out of wraps. Loaf of bread for sandwiches, hence the massive pack of ham. And also I still have a baguette left from Costco. Pack of pan chocolats, some breakfasts. Knock off Twixes, because we still have some Mars bars. 2 of the marshmallow and 1 of the chocolate packs of squares for breakfast, because Ryan now likes to take to college. And a pack of soda crystals, because I have nearly run out, and this is like the best. I do like a large like serving spoon, but flat, like it's a really like shallow serving spoon. It's like a giant teaspoon, really, a giant tablespoon of washing powder. And then I have an old Tesco like OxyClean tub with, it came with a scoop. I do a scoop of this in, and as well as getting all the stains out and being really good for cleaning your clothes, helps keep your washing machine nice. You know, the occasional just obviously cleaning wash for the machine as well with a shit ton of this works as well. But it is a multi-use thing. So yeah, clean sinks and drains, cleans and fresh machines, using everyday washes. It is great. It's very old school. I swear, Miss Wilkinson, this used to be £1 a bag. It's now £2 a bag in Tesco. And sometimes, and yeah, My Home Bargains has it, but it's really hard for them to keep it consistently. So while I was doing an order, I paid the bit extra and got it delivered to my house. But yeah, that is all my food shopping, which cost me a charming 73. Let's go on the Tesco app and see. Pure orders. 75.82, and that included the delivery fee. So yeah, can't complain. I'll show you my list of dinners. A note section on women, on anyone's phone, not just women's, but women especially, is where you'll find everything written down. So yeah, as well as my food shopping list, I wrote a list of dinners at the bottom out of the food shopping. Look at me, so I can say to her, here are our options. Pick one. So it's not overwhelming, but also I know we can make it. So yeah, so we have IKEA, obviously, with the Swedish meatballs, some kind of potato. We have crisscross chips, we have waffles, we have alpha bites, we have mash, and we have potatoes downstairs. So some sort of potato, some sort of vegetable, and we have the IKEA gravy from Aldi last week. Fish, because I think I've got posh fish pieces in the freezer, or I've got loads of like fancy fish fingers. I've got loads of fish basically. Waffles, beans, there's a freezer dinner, chicken wraps, they're always a safe food. We have a pizza that's already in the freezer, a stuffed crust one from Aldi. And then I was thinking also of doing from scratch mac and cheese, because I have a big block of mature cheese from last week's shopping, because Ryan has not had cheese sandwiches this week. And yeah, I thought it would be nice to make some cheese pasta, but I think they have weekend plans, so I might make it then, because then it can be reheated, you know. So, but either way, that is all my food shopping, which is cool. So yeah, so I'm going to go put all this away, especially the cold bits. I've just done Ryan actually a couple of from the freezer pan of chocolates, because I asked him, would you like breakfast? Because he actually slept, bless him. So he had some breakfast, which is nice. But bless him, yeah, I'm about to go put the cold bits away, the cupboard stuff I'll do afterwards, go see what hankies Ryan's got in his room, because we use fabric handkerchiefs. 1, they're better for the environment. 2, much easier, you just hot wash them and they're clean, they're great. 3, they're softer on your nose, so bless him, you just probably heard him in the background. The amount he blows his nose, especially paper tissue, you get all those sores around your nose and you cracks and bleeds. It's horrible. It is just starting to crack, but he has had horrendous hay fever for quite a solid week, nearly 2 weeks now. It usually happens in 2-3 days, even with like balsam tissues don't work for him. So yeah, so we are hanky people. So yes, I'm gonna go see what ones he's got in his room, so I can chuck them in the wash load I've got sitting waiting to go. Now the delivery's been, I don't have to listen for the door, so we can put the washing machine on so it can be loud. But yeah, so I'm going to put all the chilli and frozen stuff away, chuck a wash load on, put the rest of the shopping away, and yeah, crack on with my day. I've rearranged my jobs list, shuffled some of tomorrow's, I took all of yesterday's. So yeah, so today's mission, I've got to do 2 wash loads, washing up, run a hoover around. I've just done a bit of picking up in the living room, but I can do some more. And yeah, do some sketchbook pages. I didn't do yesterday's one, and also there is a certain one today that I basically did a list of, if I were to do a sketchbook every day, what would I want to get done. So yeah, so those are what I'm going to do. And yeah, and then chuck right through the bath. Those are our jobs for the day. We'll see how far we get. You may be honoured with the honour of a washing up montage. I know I treat you lucky people. We'll see. 1, if my sister doesn't call me. She did last time we just chatted. 2, the camera doesn't die. Or just cut out. It just seems to, so we will find out. But for now, chopping away, and I'll catch up with you for people a wee bit later this afternoon once I have done some jobs, and yeah, my house look a bit less shit, to be honest. So yeah, I'll catch up with you a wee bit later. Bye. Hello, happy evening. Was there a washing up thing? No, there wasn't. Did I do lots of other jobs instead? Yes, I did. I blast cleaned my table and all underneath it, and loads of organising of just dumping stuff. I finally went through all the baskets of stuff. Tidied all the floor. There's the hoover around. The filter started being weird, so I've cleaned the hoover filter, you know. And then I went in my room, decided I was going to get rid of 2 big baskets that currently store my jumpers. So then I decided to swap all my clothes over from winter to summer. Ironic because it's freezing today. And yeah, it's, you know, let's mute the TV, it's being a bit loud, isn't it? And yeah, went through the stuff as I went through it. Filled up another vintage bag. So yeah, put stuff away, and yeah, just tidied up some bits and pieces. All cleared aside in my room as well. All the things. And here we are now. It is just coming up to 8:15. I'm starving, I'm knackered, and I'm done for the day. Right, went off to the cinema this afternoon to see the new Mad Max film. We figured out his carer card. I phoned up the CEA card people. They do like a £6 a year carer card. Really good, you know, saves battling each time trying to get an extra thing. The cinema is so easy to book online. First time I tried it, it didn't work, so I assumed it was the old card that never arrived and they blocked. No, it was the proper one. And the other lady was like, no, it works. I'm like, oh, thank you. So yeah, so booked cinema. They went off, him and the teens went off to, yeah, cinema. Free cinema. Because yeah, now we've got a carer card back working. It makes his Cineworld card much more usable. So yeah, so they went off and did that while I was mega tidying. Yeah, I haven't done the washing up. I am on my 2nd wash load of the day though. Well done me. Mainly because it's so chilly. I've got one wash load on the airer from earlier, and it is so chilly that yeah, we're gonna have the heat on for an hour. When the wash load's finished, put it on the radiators, heat on for an hour. It warms up the house and it dries the heating. 10 out of 10. Dries the heating, warms up the house and dries the clothes. Oh, you can tell I'm tired, it's the end of the day. But yeah, no, so with this decision to get rid of these baskets, I was chatting with my mum about it, and she said, oh actually, she said, I've got a really fancy clothes hanging rail. It's like, that would be really cool. I haven't had a rail. I used to have a tiny one in Ryan's room, like a higgledy-piggledy one someone built in, but then it collapsed, and yeah, it could only hold 2 or 3 things, and it was not very good. So yeah, and I was like, I've never really had a proper rail, you know, for a very long time. So that would be awesome. So yeah, so bless her. I was like, would you like to come up if you bring it with you, you know? I'll make you a bit of lunch, you know, show you my garden and, you know, the stuff I've done. So yeah, so she's going to come up tomorrow. It's already in the wheelie trolley, which is cool. And she, at one point she was like, I suppose I should bring some coat hangers for you. I was like, fuck yeah, I don't own any coat hangers in my whole house. Not one. So yeah, she's bringing some coat hangers for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up my dresses and like some of my linen shirts and my silk shirts. Hang them up so they naturally drape. Some things just need to drop. Makes them nicer and also makes them more appealing to pick out. And then the drawer where my dresses go, I'm going to swap and have that where all my jumpers and jackets go. And yeah, so that's going to be the new system, which should be pretty good. So yeah, quite happy with it. And it was very nice actually putting all my summer clothes away with all the bits I bought. Obviously I haven't worn them, I've been buying stuff and haven't been wearing it, but putting it all away together, it was very satisfying to like have a little stack of vests and a little stack of, you know, shorts and like cycling shorts. And yeah, all my stuff is together now. And you know, I was putting away my trousers and I was like, I haven't tried these on yet. And there I'm trying them on going, well they fit beautifully, well they fit beautifully, and like trying on the Primark ones in a large going, well yeah, these fit beautifully. So yeah, so that was quite nice, that the bits I have bought for my summer clothes that I haven't tried on yet, because I've just been a bit spooked about trying stuff on in a smaller size, which I know is stupid, but brains. They'll fit wonderfully, and yeah, they're in my drawer. So yeah, so that was quite nice to have all my stuff nicely put away. And yeah, I've managed to fill in the gaps of my wardrobe, which I, you know, was lacking. So yeah, the fact we had to go down 2 sizes to fill them is quite funny, but you know, well, Primark sizes, you know, like 2XL down to a large. Although some stuff, you know, and especially in the number sizes, was a lot more sizes than 2. So yeah, I mean, something that I looked at with my mum, a dress. It's lovely. It's one of my favourite dresses. I got it in York in a vintage shop, and I was like, and when I remember trying it on, she was like, it's on the edge of being way too big. And I just looked at it and I was like, yeah, no, that is going to be way too big. I can feel it just by picking it up and looking how wide it is. I'm like, it will look ridiculous. So that has gone straight in the vintage bag. So quite a few bits that were on the could maybe squeeze a season out of it before it's too big. Yeah, no, they've just went straight in the bag. I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. I've got nice stuff, and yeah, cool stuff down. And you know, it's nice to be able to take out some of my t-shirts and put some more in. And I've got this like nice sort of, yeah, semi swap out seasonal t-shirts, like Halloween stuff and that, and I've put other ones in. But yeah, so quite satisfied. I'm feeling very pleased with myself. So yeah, so did I lay on my bed watching a YouTube video on my phone afterwards and eating a bit of my French praline chocolate I save as reading snacks? Yes, I did. Because as I said to Rowan when he came in, I was like, I'm having a little treat because I've done a big thing. Honestly, my hand was shaking when I was discussing with my mum about getting rid of these boxes. It's PTSD. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, my brain will feel better not looking at them anymore, because I know, you know, brains don't make sense. So yeah, so I'm like, well no, that's going to be replaced with something my mum has given me. Well, my mum offered me, and I said yes to. I wasn't given it with no choice, so that's the difference. I can say no now. But I do actually really want a rail, because I like the idea of hanging up stuff. And I could be like, I really want to wear that this week. If I hang it up there, you know, and if I want to pair a dress with a like vest thing or something, or you know, a jumper, I can hang them together and go like, there's Tuesday's outfit when I go Asda, you know. I think it will get me quite much more inspired to delve back into dopamine dressing with all the colours and nice things. And yeah, I saw a nice thing the other day about it was on TikTok about it was autistic burnout, saying about how to sort of, you know, come out of it, and it was like to be creative dopamine dressing, do this, and I'm like, I'm doing them things. So yeah, but no, I'm going to chill out this evening. I'm going to do a little bit of my sketchbook. I'm going to do the bit where I can draw on top of the underpainting, but I'm not quite in the mood to underpaint today. My poor hands, the little nodule things in them have been screaming, and this, my left hand, there's one right at the bottom of my thumb that really sore. It's been sore since I woke up. So yeah, so my hands are not the grandest today. So yeah, hence why we, you know, not that I wanted to sew today, it was a bit of a doing stuff day. But yeah, so now I'm going to do a little bit of sketching just to fill in that, and then those 2 pages are finished. Now ticked off my list. And yeah, cracking on with stuff tomorrow. But I've done a lot of stuff, you know, I've done the clothes jobs that was meant to be a huge chunk of tomorrow's jobs done already, so that's why washing up could swap. And this is why I make my jobs list on my notes, because it always moves about. But yeah, I now have a lot of vintage stuff, so yeah. Also, I'm going to go view some houses with my sister on Friday and Saturday, so that should be fun. I have also sorted her out a handful of bits while I've been tidying. A Halloween jumper she knows about because I sent her a picture, and I just got back, oh my god, yes! And I'm like, cool, because yeah, I've got 2 like vintage American style Halloween jumpers. I love one of them, I wear it all the time. The other one is nice, but it's not my go-to. I have my favourite. So yeah, and I'm like, would you like one? So yeah, because I have really cool knitwear and I like to share it apparently with people when I'm like, I have outgrown this, with someone else like it. And they are really fucking expensive on eBay. So yeah, and there's like an old hoodie from the like early 90s, which I think she will love. Some Christmas tights, which I am not the biggest Christmas dresser upper, and I think she would like them as well. And yeah, little bits and pieces. So yeah, so I shall give them to her Friday when she is up, because yeah, all cool. So I just noticed my headphones are peeling. It's not good. Oh well, they're doing well. But yeah, so I'm gonna go chill out, enjoy some pizza, and yeah, do a wee bit of sketching and chill out this evening. So yeah, I'll catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye.
I'm only here for the party. Trust me, we just getting started. The sound, the vibe, I feel so alive. I'm only here for the party. Trust me, we just getting started. The sound, the vibe, big bass, that's where the heart is. I'm only here for the party. The sound, the vibe, I'm only here for the party. The sound, the vibe, big bass, that's where the heart is. I'm only here for the party. I'm only here for the party. I'm only here for the party. The sound, the vibe, big bass, that's where the heart is.
Hello, we are back in the kitchen. It is evening time. It's 9:05 at night. I have had a very busy day today. Me and my mum blasted in my room. She brought up the rail for me, which she said she would, and we have been putting stuff on my rail. I now have a rail. How cool is that? But yeah, and yeah, we've been putting bits on it and sorting out my clothes and reorganising little spaces. And at one point, you know, there was a bag of like Barbies and Cindy's and bits she'd sorted out of her old Cindy's that were mine as a kid. So yeah, brushed Barbie's hair and put her away nicely on my little display. It's been really fun. But yeah, I will say my chest fucking sucks. It is so small. 2 secs. Oh, sleepy cardboard box on the floor. Not a good idea. But yeah, my chest is so sore. I've had inhaler. I've had this hideous menthol bronchitis balsam stuff. And I've had an antihistamine. It's just really sore. I don't know if it's just all the dust that I've kicked up making it pissed off, or if it is the cold my sister came visited us with during the week, because my mum is feeling real rough and a bit chesty, so could be that. So yeah, about to do some dinner. I am having some tomato soup because I just really fancy something hot and warm in your belly kind of dinner, and I've got bread, nice soft, you know, toasty bread. So I'm going to do some buttered bread with my soup. Ryan wants chicken burger, so I'm about to put it in. He's walking his friend back. Yeah, my mum took the Tiffany lamp from where I got rid of it off my living room side. She was beyond chuffed when I offered it to her. She was like, "That's my favourite one. Would you like it?" I was like, because I'm not going to, and I thought I'd give you first tips before. So yeah, so quite chuffed with all that, but I'm wiped. Yeah, I will show you my rail tomorrow, because there is actually one more job I want to do for it. Apart from raise it a tiny bit. I've been laying in bed and it's still slightly off tilt, so I'm going to raise it a tiny bit. But yeah, I've got one of those hangers with all the hoops to put scarves and stuff on, that I'm going to put all my headscarves on, because I've got loads of headscarves to do a big interesting bows, and they're stored in a Lego tub underneath a whole load of fabric, so I never wear them. But the idea with having a rail is all my stuff is going to be displayed at the oven and get stuff going while we're chatting. So if I can get, yeah, stuff going and on display, I will wear it, is the hope. So that's what we're going to try. So yeah, so I'm having a day. Apologies, that's just maybe bent you off. There we go, see if that's a bit better. But yeah, no, so we are going to do some dinner now, and I'm having all my clothes on display. I forgot how lovely a whole load of my clothes are, and what's really nice is how much of my clothes I've hung up. Brian didn't say how many he wanted, so he's getting 2. But yeah, all my dresses are hung up. Good chunk of my jackets and like my overshirts and stuff. My linen shirts are hanging up. I've got a couple of my nice vests from Car Boots recently hanging up because they will drape nicer if they're hung up. Yeah, I've got like my shoes sitting underneath. It looks really nice. There is a second rail I can put on it, but for now I've tucked it behind because I like all the dresses hanging down. Maybe in winter when I need a second layer would be more when I don't have so many maxi dresses, but for now it works better with maxi dresses. So that's what we're going to do. Sorry. This way, you'll have to excuse the lighting being dreadful. It is obviously 9 o'clock at night. I need a pan for my soup, don't I? The brain fogginess of me is making me think this is probably a bit of a bug. Bearing in mind how just naturally worn down I am this week. Anyway, from, you know, trauma week. Though it's trauma week every week, isn't it? Yeah, no, so, freezing as well. I've got the tiniest window open and I'm like, but I have just had to take my jumper off. Because I have a Luciniac cream jumper covered in the most amazing patterns. So yeah, I don't want to get soup on it because Heinz tomato soup stains everything for some reason. So yeah, but I will say I have put a couple of baskets I've got out the front of my door. As my mum said, just leave them there. You should try it a few days, a day or two. She said, if you put a free sign on it, they never go. If you leave them, it's amazing how quickly something walks. So I'm gonna try that out and see, and if not, you know, they'll get crunched down and chucked in green recycle bins because they're sticks. You're right. I put 2 burgers in for you, by the way. Okay. 2 seconds. Hello, sorry, me and Right, we're having a quick chat. Soup is done. I'm going to prep Ryan's wraps while I'm stood here and do bits and eat my soup while we chat. But actually first I'm going to eat the soup because I'm hungry and yeah, it's nice and hot soup. But yeah, I hope you're all doing alright. I keep getting this days of the week wrong. I keep thinking today is Tuesday and it's not, it's Wednesday. So yeah, Ryan is going off to his RC racing tomorrow, so we're just chatting about that, bits and pieces, and obviously so to give his pocket money a bit early, so he's, you know, making plans for that. The joys of teaching children life skills. He has recently learned how to buy things online. Responsible though, so yeah, so because he does it with my email. So yeah, he's bought himself some RC car parts. He's going to go pick up some more tomorrow in person. So all cool, because yeah, there's no college tomorrow. Now he's done his maths and English. Those lessons aren't on. So yeah, cooker's making noises as it always does. Why does tomato soup have this amazing, like, just cuddle quality? It's just so nice and yeah, soothing. We've just got normal tomato soup, but yeah, I do buy the vegan one every now and then, so then I've got it as a mega safe food when my stomach's being really off, because then there's no milk in it. But it's just as lovely and thick, to be honest. It is one of Ryan's tism quirks. We quite like. He does not like any soup apart from specifically Heinz tomato soup, so we always have it in the cupboard. So yeah, so I always buy a 4-pack and keep it in the cupboard, and when it starts getting low, we buy some more. But obviously as it's warmed up, it's not soup weather, but I fancy a cuddle in a bowl today. And yeah, but I'm going to put together his wraps. Already got the cheese out and that, and put a few bits away in there. We have like this glass pumpkin from Home Bargains where we keep all our snacks, because we have a very colourful kitchen obviously. So yeah, so our fruit bowl, which doesn't have fruit in it, also has bigger snacks. It's a pumpkin, yeah, bowl, and then we have a glass pumpkin with a lid as like our snack bar, where we put penguins and little bits and little chocolate bars. But yeah, I'll turn you around a wee bit, so it's a slightly different angle in the head, but quite satisfied with today, how much I got done. It was nice to realise, as my mum pointed out, she was like, you were able to name what occasion you got a dress for, where you got it quite often, even how much you pay for it. You know, and you know, if it has a name, you know. And you know, sometimes even how many times you've worn it. So she was quite impressed with that. She was like, so all your dresses are very used. That's quite funny. You know, one of them, I was just like, I really like this. I'm like, do you know what? This one exists. She's like, why? So I walked into the charity shop. As soon as I found this, I said, and I just went through my brain was, oh, as if Cinderella was a jellyfish. So that's what that dress is called. Cinderella's the jellyfish dress. It's like a nice like linen dress with weird weird bits at the bottom. So yeah, it's all really baggy at the bottom. But yeah, it makes you look like a jellyfish in the best way. But in Cinderella blue. So hence, if Cinderella was a jellyfish. But yeah, I was able to hang up like my linen jackets and stuff, which will be really nice to wear, as well as my lovely 80s does the 20s cocoon coat I love. Always needs heavily ironing, so actually having the ability to hang it up now, I can wear it just because, which will be lovely. So, but I'm going to make up the rest of Ryan's thing, and then I'm going to start dipping, because of course, can't just have soup, you've got to have bread. And it's got to be white crappy bread with a nice bit of butter in it. I've got baguette, but I want soft bread. So yes, I'm going to go and dip my bread, which I'm not going to do on camera because it makes a bloody mess. So yeah. So yes, I'm going to go carry on eating my dinner and then put together Ryan's bits and put some little bits away where they're meant to be. So then it's sort of, yeah, a smidgen tidier in here. And yeah, I will catch up with you lovely people tomorrow. We're going to carry on doing a wee bit more tidying, just with bits of my room and that. As well as I've got to pop out tomorrow now in the late afternoon, not long after I go to RC Club, because I have done two good to go bags from Simmons Bakery and Wenzel's. So yeah, I've never done a Simmons Bakery one, and I've done a Wenzel's one before, and yeah, you got some like sandwiches and bread and bits. They were very nice. I do like Wenzel's sandwiches. Bearing in mind, I'm picking my own dinner tomorrow because Ryan's out, and Ryan did say he likes Simmons stuff, so, and it's nice but expensive. So he said, so I like their stuff. It's nice, but I don't buy it. It's too expensive. So yeah, so we'll see what we get out of them. So I'll share that with you tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna go and eat some soup, dip some bread, and prep some wraps. And then go to bed. To be perfectly honest, I'm knackered and I just want to go lay in bed and watch YouTube on my phone. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, happy Thursday. Please excuse my puffy goopy eye. Hay fever has hit. I slept like a log last night. I was so tired. But yeah, doing alright today. I've had a nice bit of a lay down in bed this morning. It's currently 10:30. Been awake since 8:30. And yeah, not bad today. Just having I've done a lot the past few days and just kind of catching up. So yeah, so mostly chilling indoors today until about 4ish. Then I'm heading out, got up to town. And I will look in a few shops, because I can. And also I need to pick up stuff like deodorant. I like bulk buy it, like pick it up when I see it on sale, just buy a couple of each. We have this like little store under, bag under our sink where I keep all the spare deodorants and shower gels and all that. So we've always got a couple behind our ear. And we have finally run out of all the deodorants. So yeah, so I need to go buy a pile of deodorant. Thankfully I had a check. Superdrug have got it on offer at the moment, which is great. So that means I don't have to go trailing all the way down to somewhere, like Asda or a big supermarket, which is nice. So yeah, so I'm going to pop into Superdrug. And also they are the only people that sell the rainbow links, which is both mine and Rye's go-to. So that's currently on offer at 2 for £7.50. So I'm going to buy a couple lots of that, because yeah, it is available all year round, but it's always on sale in June because Pride. It's quite useful. So yeah, so I'm going to buy a whole load of deodorant today to stock up, just because yeah, it makes life easier when you've got it available without having to buy one every single time it runs out. We have a little stockpile. It's quite helpful. And yeah, I'm mooching a few shops, and then I've got two good to go bags I'm picking up today, both from bakeries, but different bakeries. One's from Simmons, one's from Wenzel's. So yeah, so it should mean nice sandwiches and treats for dinner. So yeah, but gonna be chilling out at home until then. I am going to this morning, because I'll put you on a little time lapse while I do it for funsies. I've got the scarf holder that used to hang up behind Ryan's door. We took it off because it just, his door never fully opened up because of the stuff on the back. We had, looked through it, and there wasn't really anything on it he used apart from one or two things we took off, so he's got them. The rest have went in the vintage / charity bag, and I've now got a holder. So what I have got, because everything is stored appropriately in our house, we have a giant Lego box of scarves and bandanas, which are great. I love all my scarves and bandanas, but I don't know what I've got because they're all like that, and I don't wear them because they're all like that, and they were tucked away under 1, 2, 3 fabric bags. So now I have a rail and I have a scarf holder. We're going to put all my scarves and bandanas on the rail, on the holder, and hang it on the rail. So then when I get a pretty dress or whatever I fancy, I can go, I think I fancy a bandana today, I think I fancy a scarf, you know, and give myself all my fun hair accessories. So yeah, so we're going to hang all these lovely scarves up today, and I'm going to set you on a little time lapse while I do it, because it's a bit different than washing up, isn't it? Which you've got the honour of from yesterday. But yeah, so no, that's my only real job I've kind of given myself today. And cleaning the top of my art cupboard to put a basket on there, which I will eventually sort through, put the stuff away, probably donate the basket, because I bought it an awful lot of years ago to put, when Ryan was a toddler, to put his toys in. Then it became a fabric basket, and it's just a lovely huge picnic basket. It's really nice storage, but I just don't have a use for it really, and I know that the fabric would be better put in my clear plastic boxes, because then you can see what you've got. So yeah, so I'm thinking, yeah, that will eventually go, but for now I can move it onto a space, and then when that space is, when the basket goes, there is a space then to use for other stuff. So yeah, it's a very sensible idea. So no, it was very nice yesterday, making loads of new spaces, organising stuff, you know, all the books I've got spare before, you know, Mum helped me stack them in the corner of my bedroom, and my bookcase is going to go, and it's like, I'll put your books there, and then I put Ryan's model kits that he's going to put in his cupboard when we sort his room out this summer. For now they're stacked with my books, which, you know, all that organisation is going to be bought at the same time. And yeah, it was just really nice to organise my stuff, and yeah, have fun while doing it, and really realise the amount of nice things I got. And it was nice to sort of, you know, be a little kid. I'll show my mum stuff, going, look, look all the shorts I've got. I had 1 pair, now I've got 7. You know, so that was really nice to be able to go, look at the stuff I've got, you know. And the fact that with hanging stuff there is some gaps, all the washing stuff I've still got to wash. I've got 2 full washing bins in my room. I know there is like a load of bedding in there, but still. Then as I wash that, I can then put away the last of the winter stuff that is winter, and anything that is all seasons or more summery, because I have had some summer clothes out for a little bit, put them away because there is no space to, and anything that needs to hang can hang as well, because I have some spare hangers, which is really nice. But yeah, so but for now I probably should go get my med and take a hay fever med for this beautifully gooby eye. And yeah, I'm gonna chill with some YouTube, and I will put you guys on a lovely little time lapse and show you putting scarves on the thing. Why? Because it's something to show you. And yeah, we'll go for a mooch around town a wee bit later. We'll see what I film / don't film. If not, I'll show you what I pick up. And also I will do a little haul of my Too Good To Go bags, because yeah, one is new to me, one I have had before, so they are always fun to have a look and see what you get. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful folks a wee bit later. Bye. Hello, happy evening. I feel like shit. The cold has got me. After obviously I sorted out the scarves this morning, I've been hit with just the worst fatigue today. Everything is really hard work. So at 1 o'clock I took myself off for a lay down, as you do, because you've got fatigue, and just laying down seemed nice. Browsing on my phone. I had a really good nap. I even set an alarm at like 3:45 because I had to go pick up some Too Good To Go bags. With my tiredness and just, yeah, the beginning of what is, I think, is Sophie's cold from last week. I'm just, yeah, not feeling it, and I probably should have cancelled them, but reduced bakery goods got me hooked and I couldn't help it, so I didn't. But I did pick up Simmons bakery bag, which is huge. This was £4, and I got a Wenzel's bag, which is also massive, and this was £3.95. So this is just under £8 worth of food. And I thought I'd show you what I've got in them. Number one, so I can know what the hell I've got in it, because obviously it's a surprise. And yeah, also so we know what I can have for dinner, because the aim is with this, it's like, well, I'm going to have a really good sandwich for dinner, because there will be a good sandwich. I do know one thing, because it's sat on top and it was in the open bag. The Simmons ones that had a bakery sticker on it, but yeah, I know this one. So yeah, this is going to be my dinner. A chicken and bacon sandwich, because I love Wenzel's sandwiches. So yeah, and there is no salad in this one. It is just chicken and bacon. So yeah, 10 out of 10. That would have been $3.95 by itself. So anything beyond that is a nice extra. Got a baguette, which I think, because she did do these in front of me. So yeah, this one's called a New Yorker. So it's got, I think, beef. Yeah, beef, pickles, or, you know, gherkins, salad, and some kind of cheese. So either Ryan, with minus all the salad and gherkins, or Ryan's friend who loves gherkins will have that. So that will be a teenager dinner, because yeah, we have a sleeping over teenager tonight. We have a bit of Rocky Road, which is mine. So yeah, that's my bit of nice treat. Oh, just lovely. And then we've got a sweet thing. Ooh, a cinnamon swirl. It smells so good. Also mine. And as per in the bottom, a loaf of bread. This is seeded bread. It's still lovely and squidgy. But yeah, you get a big old loaf of bread. Not bad for £3.95. So yeah, that is the Wenzel's bag. Just tuck everything back in it for the moment. Well, I'm going to leave the sandwich out, because honestly, the second I stop filming, I'm going to start eating, because I've got that feel sick, you're so hungry feeling. So yeah, and now onto the Simmons bag, which, as the lady was very sweet and explained to me, the time had changed on the pickup to like 15 minutes earlier. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I said, I only just opened the app. And she said, that's fine. She said, our manager set it at 5 to 1:15, but actually we like set it, change it to 1:45, because then we can get our stuff done, and you know, and I'm like, that is fair enough. So now, I said, it's my first time picking up one of these bags, so now I know for the future, go there 15 minutes early, it will probably be ready. These are cool, they label it. I have got 2 almond croissants. No, just 1 almond croissant with 2 labels, but look at the size of that almond croissant. So yeah, that with, if you do a splash of water on stuff and wrap it up so it steams it, it can like rehydrate things. So that will get warmed up tomorrow with a little splash of water. I have got, ooh, a really good looking blueberry muffin. I've got a pack of, oh, I thought they were, 6 rolls, super soft. They will be amazing, because Simmons is expensive. I very rarely go in there because it is pricey. So yeah, we've got a hot to eat sandwich. Does it say what one it is? No, just hot to eat. God, this is a chunky boy. It's focaccia, I think barbecue, oh no, some sort of onion thing, bacon, and a fancy cheese. So yeah, and it says to heat it, so I may offer that to my sister tomorrow when she comes up, because she's coming up house viewing. And my mum's house has a panini press, like, you know, George Foreman that's used as a panini press. And I can see my sister enjoying that, or my stepdad. So I will offer that down the road. So I'll wrap that up in a really good sandwich bag and put it in the fridge. And last but not least, a loaf of bread. What's this one? You usually get the one that is left. It's quite tough crust but super soft inside. Some kind of wholemeal, which is good. So yeah, so I will wrap up the loaves of bread really tight, and to be fair, even if I have to honk off the ends because they're a bit stale or a bit stiff, and I get a couple of really good doorstep wedges out of it, it's bread I didn't have and I didn't pay a lot for. I mean, yeah, the rolls could have been up to, you know, at least £3-4 quid, because Simmons is expensive. Now a loaf of bread, a posh fancy sandwich. If I did not have the world's most raging, hideous intolerance to onions, I would be eating that sandwich, because I like gooey cheese, I like bacon, I like all that nice stuff, but I can't have the onion. And yeah, so I don't know, I might try scraping the onion out and leave just what is left of the jammy bit. I might keep that, and yeah, experiment with it tomorrow, because it does look good and it smells really nice. So yeah, I may have that tomorrow. And yeah, muffin, and I've got some breakfast. So a very successful jaunt into getting some more Too Good To Go bags, and I'm beyond excited about having a nice sandwich for dinner now. I popped in Poundland. I got myself a little bottle of Pepsi for the bus, a big bottle of Coke for the house, oh, and a bottle of Fanta because I quite fancied something orange. And then I got, because they finally had them back in stock, a couple of packs of Ibu's, some raspberry conditioner because we have run out of conditioner. We got one conditioner, but for us that's not much. Because I had the last mouthful of it, and it does taste like death, but it does give my chest an instant soothe when it's being really not. Another bottle of the medicated bronchial balsam. Pack of tea cakes, because tea cakes. And that was it in Poundland. Then my headphones, they need to come out. And then, is that everything? Oh no, Superdrug. Part of the actually reason I went to town. I did also pop in Primark because I had 15 minutes spare, because obviously I thought I had to wait to get the bakery bag. I could have got it earlier, but it doesn't matter, we're all good. She did say, she was like, I was holding it till 1:15 just in case you hadn't seen. Well, thank you. I popped in Primark. I went and got myself another pair of cycling shorts. This time I thought I'd see what colours they had in my local. They had a really nice powder blue pair. Is that what it's called on my tag? Light blue. And yeah, so I've got these in a large. These were £3. I went in and got myself a pair of the flared leggings in a size large, like my black ones, because I really like them. And yeah, so they go down, they got a really good flare, and they're just so comfortable. So I got myself a pair of them. And then they had 2 massive reduced racks in my Primark. Actually 3. But the 2 had big signs on it. They very rarely have that much reduced in my Primark. Obviously they're really they're trying to get rid of the Rita Ora stuff. It didn't sell very well in my Primark. My mum picked up the nice pink dress, and I said I ummed and ahed and admired it, but decided, no, if I want a swooshy dress, I'm going to have my tailor dress. Now I've decided to make it in 2 parts, even more so. As lovely as the Rita one is for 15 quid reduced, it's a bit long, and yeah, I'm like, nah. I got these. They only had extra large or 2XL, so I picked up the extra large, which is an 18 to 20. But they are so soft. So yeah, and also I know that they've got an elastic waistband, but they do have a pull-in waistband that for women's trousers actually works, so I can take them in. So yeah, I'm hoping they're not going to be insanely too big. And if not, they're so comfy I might not care. But yeah, I got this pair of, I think on the tag they said they were navy blue, cargo trousers for £10, reduced from 20, so they're half price. And yeah, got little pockets here, and little button details, and they go down. They've got cargo pocket in the trouser, an elasticated thing, and they are very wide leg, like very wide leg. But honestly, they are so insanely soft. I think they're just made of cotton, which is insane to be this soft and cotton, but I'm trying to find the little tag inside, because I'm that person who likes to know what their clothes are made out of. No, most people don't care, but I do. 54% lysyl. That'll be why they're so soft. And is the rest cotton? 46% cotton. So yes, that's the softness in them. So yes, they're like a really sort of interesting mix. But yeah, they're so lovely. And I was like, it's no good. I really like them. They're lovely. So I'm hoping they're not going to be insanely big. And I felt really bougie and a bit naughty going in Primark 20 minutes before it closed. But yeah, £19 later in Primark, we have some goodies. And yeah, on to Superdrug. The actual reason why I went to town, as well as my 2 good to go bags. God, my hair looks like a heap of shit. I went and got deodorant, basically, as I was saying earlier. Literally, it's like a sort of once, maybe twice a year. Yeah, certain things are once a year, other things twice a year. Pick up. So yeah, because obviously I pick up my Mitchum more than I do the Lynx. I got 4 rainbow Lynxes. Me and Ryan both use this. This was 2 for £7.50, so I got 2 lots of it. It only ever seems to be on offer for Pride. The Mitchums were down to £2.75 each. So I got an Ice Fresh and another one for Clean Control. Don't know what they smell like. I know what this one smells like, but yeah. 2 slightly blokey ones. Just because he does have, you know, male testosterone, you know, blokey smells. I'm not a fan of any of the Mitchum scents. I don't like the baby powder one, and yeah, I'm not keen on them. So I buy myself unscented, and I use this or the Mitchum cream, the £5 one is the one to go for. It's on the bloke section. The women's one is gel and doesn't work. I take my mum's advice on this. She has horrendous eczema, and of all the people to know what's good and what isn't, is her. So yeah, so I have this, the Link spray when I want it, or I have the Mitchum creamy one and the Link spray. So yeah, but this is unscented, because then you can smell like any smell you want to smell like, but not feel sweaty. And that, my friends, is everything I bought in town. Do I feel like shit for doing it? Yes. But am I about to inhale a chicken sandwich and a whole load of no sugary stuff? Also yes. Yeah, no, and it does, yeah, give me the option to do some nice things like brown bread with really nice butter and strawberry jam. And you have it flat. You don't have it as a sandwich, you have it open, just bits of bread. It's really good. So yeah, so I am going to go chill out, because yeah, I feel a bit rough. I've got the most horrendous pressure headache growing because it started to rain, and we are due for the most great thunder, heavy rain all of tomorrow. So the pressure is growing in the atmosphere. So migraine sufferers are, you know, my weird predictable, I know when it's going to rain, I know it's going to thunder headaches I've had since I was 3. It's great, yeah. A lot of years with migraines. So yeah, so my head is fairly tight and going well. It's across here and it's at the back right now, so they're going to connect up and then they might go lower or on one side of my face, just so you think you're having a stroke, but you're not, you got a migraine. It's great. So yeah, so I'm going to go contend with what is a beginning migraine and just feeling really quite run down and shit for someone who has done very little today and slept as well. But this girl's got a chicken sandwich and a cinnamon swirl for dinner. But yeah, I will link, if I can, Too Good To Go down below, in case you feel like giving it a go. It's pretty good. It's a good way to save, you know, food that would be thrown out. And yeah, give it a try. it's pretty awesome. And they do stuff during the day and all kinds of bits. I mean, yeah, Subway do stuff in the morning. There's even in my town, there's a like sort of off license that does beer bags, and you can buy, you know, for £9 or £12 a bag of beer cans. You know, so that's pretty cool. And there's takeaways do it, and you know, yeah, it's pretty awesome. But I was like, we like bakery stuff, we like cake, bread, sandwiches, so that's what we get mainly. Yeah, so I mean, I could have got what was the other ones that were available that I could have got that were near it, a Costa Coffee or a Starbucks, but it would have been lots of sandwiches. I'm like, that's enough bread. There's a limit on how much bread a couple of humans can eat. So yeah, but I'll leave you guys to it because this is now nearly 16 minutes long. This weekly vlog's gonna be a doozy, isn't it? So yeah, and I'll catch up with you beautiful folks tomorrow. So yeah, I will see you Friday. Bye. Hello, happy Friday. I've just freshly put these pyjamas on. I did get dressed today. It is evening time. Just gone 8 o'clock at night. My sister has been round today. I went and viewed her house with her. I'll insert that little clip here. Just me waving. But yeah. Yeah, it was very cool. It was weird going to a house. But yeah, and then we went to the local charity shop. I picked up some swim. They had loads of brand new swimwear. So I've got like swim bottoms with a built-in swim skirt in black that fit me. I've just tried them on, and an orange like shirt with like proper like bra cups in it, but it goes into a vest in like very neon orange. And yeah, a couple of frames, a little glass number like these ones, and a green frame with a Monet print of sunflowers in, which I actually have as a t-shirt. So that's just going to go straight up on my hallway wall when I can be bothered to put it up. But apart from that, my spoon's been so low today, if you can't hear my voice. I am exhausted. So tired. I've just had I bought myself some donuts in the co-op. Just had them. Just 'cause I need to eat some food. Although I'm not particularly hungry. So... But yeah, it's a very quiet day. I kind of see this weekend being very interesting. Be very quiet tomorrow. My sister's popping through. I have already said to her, I do not think I will be well enough to do a second house viewing, even though it is only around the corner. I am just, yeah, don't have the energy, because, yeah, Rose said she wanted to have a look at old photos and game consoles I've got under my bed, so we took all that stuff out. I've just pulled my bed down, I've still got the box to put back away, and yeah, I'm just tired. So yeah, apart from my sister popping through tomorrow, I'm going off to do bits Sunday. I'm gonna have a very chill weekend. Might even ask my sister, sorry for that. Asked my sister to drop my Father's Day cards for Grey off, just 'cause I feel so a good couple of days just really taking it easy would help. Yeah, I've done a good chunk of house jobs, obviously. I still haven't shown you my wardrobe, my rail. Let's go look at my rail. You can ignore all this mess behind me because we don't want to acknowledge that right now. Let's go look at my rail. Go through the way and into the darkness. Let's chuck the lamp on as well. You can ignore the mess in my bedroom as well because it's very messy. So I've kind of just dumped a few bits on the floor. But here is my new rail and my new hat wall. Did this. How cool does that look? Like if I step back, how nice is that? And then there's the little trolley I'm going to use. At the moment it's got some charity shop books on the bottom. But yeah, and this is going to go to the charity shop. But here's all my dresses hung up. I brought a shirt off it already, but yeah. Got part of spare hangers. And yeah, all my dresses hang up, like this one. I made for my birthday a couple of years ago. And this is various ginghams, and then it's got heart buttons on it because I really liked the strawberry dress, but I bought the pattern and made my own version. I made this. It makes me look like a beach towel. Car boot stuff, second hand. Cherry shop. I made this. This is my rainbow bright dress, and each of the buttons are different colours as you go down. This is my very boxy 90s dress. This one's great. It's called Don't Talk to Me because I wear it in heat waves. It's very nice and flowy. But yeah, no, so this is where I realised I have a lot of colourful clothing. It's all very fun and interesting, and I'm not as boring as I feel sometimes. Oh, 2 secs. Sorry. And yeah, this dress is a t-shirt that I asked my mum for Christmas, and then I ice dyed it. This I got finted. So yeah, there's a couple of things on here I'm still yet to wear. Oh, this one I made. It's like a mesh dress. It's really pretty. It's got beads on it as well. Slip dress. I dyed this because it was white. Much nicer in purple, and this is what I want to do with my other broderie anglais dress. Because as you see, the stitching looks really good. But yeah, oh, my scarves. Here's the back view before the battery dies. And then here's the front. Because yeah, battery's flashing, but yeah, there is a nice little clip. But no, that's what I've kind of exhausted myself doing, is making a pretty wardrobe for myself. I'll catch up with you probably tomorrow because this battery's dying, so I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Hello, happy Saturday. If you cannot hear by my voice, I do not feel the grandest. I'm just really cold, really tired, and everything involves a long sit down. Do one thing, have a long sit down. Do another thing, have another long sit down. Yeah, I've managed a few little jobs today. I've done a wash load. I folded a whole load of washing. Yeah, my sister and my mum have just popped by. They went and viewed the other house today. Amazing, apparently, so I have a feeling they're going to try and put an offer in for that one as well. So yes, that'll be quite funny. Yeah, my sister went through some more of my photos, so they've been raided. It's all good though, she's put them back, which is nice. So I've only got a box to put away under my bed, which I didn't manage yesterday. And yeah, I took myself off to bed last night like 10 o'clock, properly wiped. So yeah, no, yeah, I've done a wash load. I'm going to actually put the heating on, because yeah, I'm cold. I'm not sure if it's body temperature or just because it is rainy and windy and cold, you know. Either way, a nice bit of heating ticking on in the background. Number one, it will warm me up. Number two, it'll dry the washing. It does two things. And then I'm going to do actually a second wash load of the day. I'm going to do bedding because that can dry in the air up. But yeah, my mum just said, make sure you eat something. Yeah, I have not had anything to eat yet today. I only remember to take my meds when my mum was here. I was like, fuck, meds, I'll take them. And it's like 5 to 3, so today my sister said, she was like, you look rough. But it might be because you're just in pyjamas. You're dressed like you feel rough. I'm like, I am. My mum looks at me and said, you look dreadful. I'm like, thanks, mum. So yeah. So yeah, no. So I'm thinking I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here this week because, to be quite honest, I plan to put a wash load on the radiators, do another wash load, put it on an air up. That's my day. Teenager has gone to the cinema. He's gone to go see Inside Out 2, which is funny because I don't think he's even seen the first one. But yeah, or if he has, I can't. He's watched it in his room. So yeah, I'm flying solo now for a few hours, which I'm not complaining about, to be honest. You know, so but I'm not up to much more interesting. I've managed to give Mum Father's Day cards for my stepdad, so you know he's got some cards for tomorrow, because apparently he's also feeling rough, so he kind of understands me not wanting to do a round trip to drop off cards and say, hi, happy Father's Day, thank you for being lovely, do you feel like shit? I feel like shit, I'm going home. You know, it's a bit of a crap round trip. So yeah, no, so I'll get to know chill out indoors tomorrow. Rise out tomorrow, so it'll be a very quiet day. I don't have, although beginning of the week me was like, we're gonna make this, we're gonna do this. End of the week me isn't, so yeah, not gonna do that. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna round up my weekly vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's not been the most exciting, and I know I kind of didn't put an extra video in this week because any haul stuff I've kept in the vlog, as well as, you know, the weather has been rubbish, and although the car boot was open, I am in no state. I didn't even wake up till 9:20 today, so yeah, in no state to be going to a car boot, even if I really wanted to. So yeah, hopefully maybe next week, you know, clear up a bit of this horrible bug, and yeah, see how things go. But for now, next week's a long week, long time away. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. All the lovely beat buttons down there, you know. Drop us a comment, you know, if you got up to anything interesting. Has your weather been just as equally dreadful as, you know, mine this week? It does not feel like June. I'm not the biggest fan of it being boilingly hot, but the fact that, you know, layering your summer clothes because you're cold, you know, doesn't help. Or if you've been hit by this bug doing the rounds, or is it just me and my family who just seem to get the luck of this kind of stuff? But yeah, and of course, if you're new here, you've enjoyed this, and you like me, or would like to see some more of me, drop us a subscribe. Sorry, teenage boy's voice is great, isn't it? Drop us a subscribe. I love seeing all my lovely new subscribers. There are now, as of today, so I'm filming this the 15th of June, there are 118 of you beautiful people, which is amazing. So yeah, but no, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful people on my next video. Bye.